Good morning. My name is Shawn McCann, and this is Kelly Gurrow. Along with the law firm of BD&J, we represent Cesar Moran and Jacob and Josue Arciniega. Cesar, Jacob, and Jose are victims of unreasonable, excessive, and appalling force at the hands of security guards at LA Live. The security personnel punched, kicked, stomped, and viciously beat my clients, leaving one unconscious with a traumatic brain injury and one with a broken leg. My clients have filed a lawsuit in this case seeking accountability for the violent acts and justice for their serious injuries. On the night of February 25th, 2025, Cesar, Jacob, and Josue went to LA Live to have dinner and to watch the Laker game. Luka Doncic was playing his prior team, the Dallas Mavericks, and the Jordan brand, along with the Lakers and LA Live, sought to capitalize on this moment and increase social media by placing a Doncic decorated car in the middle of LA Live for people to take pictures and photos with in order to place on social media. Based on our investigation, the Jordan brand and the Lakers hired a security company called Crew Security, who were supposed to do crowd control around the vehicle at LA Live. On that night, Cesar was doing just as he was expected. He was taking photos and video with the car when a man dressed in all black, unidentified as security, began to shout at him, yell at him, and shove him. Cesar responded by protecting himself, and his friends Josue and Jacob began to defend him as he was outnumbered and surrounded by several people dressed in black who were attacking him. Minimum industry standards for security is that any security guard that is going to be in contact with the public needs to wear a uniform or clothing that clearly identifies them as a security guard, as well as the company they're working for. The video clearly shows that the security personnel that were supposed to provide crowd control did not have any clear markings, were dressed in all black, and did not identify themselves as security. Being a security guard is a position of trust. They have authority over public spaces, and it requires a good amount of training and the practice of restraint. The video in this case shows that these security guards did not practice restraint that evening. The people that were supposed to provide crowd control could not even control themselves. The people that were supposed to calm a situation escalated it. The people that were supposed to keep the peace initiated violence. The industry standard for security companies also requires that security guards de-escalate. And if they get involved in an altercation, they should disengage and retreat as soon as reasonably possible. That night, the security guards did not retreat. They continued their vicious offensive far from the car where they were supposed to be providing crowd control, pushing my clients, punching them in the face, stomping them when they're on the ground, outnumbering them at least 2-1. There were times when one security officer would hold one of my clients while another one would punch him. This violence led to Cesar becoming knocked unconscious and suffering a significant traumatic brain injury for which he still is suffering the consequences. One of my clients suffered a broken leg as he was beaten by the security officers using unreasonable force. It's very clear in this case that the force used was unreasonable, excessive, and frankly appalling for 2 men or 3 men who just wanted to see the Laker game and get photographs with the car that the Jordan brand and the Lakers put out there just for that purpose. Cesar is suffering a traumatic brain injury of significant consequence. He still has ongoing symptoms, issues with concentration, memory, light sensitivity, mood changes, mood dysregulation, and changes in his personality. My clients have filed this lawsuit to seek accountability for the actions, the violent actions of the security, to make sure this does not happen to another person, and to seek justice for their injuries. At this point, I'm going to turn it over to Alexis Moran, who will read a statement.
Good morning, everybody. On February 26, 2025, around 4 p.m., we received a call that Cesar, who we also call Junior, was in the hospital. We thought maybe he had been in a car accident. All we had known up to this point was that a day before, he had gone out with 2 friends for his birthday celebration. We arrived at the hospital and asked for Junior. They sent us to the ICU, where his girlfriend Viviana explained to us everything that had happened. The whole week, our family spent time taking care of Junior as he fought for his life in the hospital. The back of his head was fractured, and he suffered from internal bleeding from the blows to the front of his head. He has been trying to recover from severe pain in his head and his jaw at the hospital, at home. The pain was so severe that they had to give him morphine and Norco. He was nauseous, vomiting all day and night, and he was hardly eating. He could barely sip water through a straw. Junior couldn't sit up, let alone stand up, and so he couldn't use the restroom. Instead, he had to pee through a bottle on his bedside. We helped him out, brush his teeth, shower. We were attentive about all the medicine he had to take. He was asleep all week, day and night. As his body was trying to recover from all the trauma, he woke a few minutes a day in pain, letting us know that he needed more medicine for the pain. And our family and his friends waited for his sign from him to, to start feeling better. Constantly and hopefully, when he was finally able to walk, he suffered from a major headache. He has been dealing with memory loss of the night of the day that the incident took place. He also forgot about the stay on the hospital. With everything Junior that he has been through and endured, we're just grateful that he's alive and that he's still with us. But it is also clear that he will carry this for the rest of his life. At this time, I will turn it back to Shawn. However, we would like to thank the hospital, the doctors, the nurses. Also, I would like to thank Viviana, his girlfriend, for all the support that they gave us and our family.
I'm going to turn it over to Kelly Gurrell. He's going to tell you a little bit about our clients.
Good morning. My name is Kelly Gurrell, and as mentioned, Shawn McCann and myself are representing Cesar, Josue, and Jacob in this matter. At this time, we'd like to provide a brief introduction of the parties involved in this lawsuit. Cesar is 32 years old and is an employee of AT&T. Josue is 31 years old and is an employee of the Los Angeles County Department of Sanitation. Jacob is 27 and is an employee of the United States Postal Service. None of our clients have a history of violent conduct or any criminal records. The named defendants in this matter: LA Live, Crypto.com, Jordan Brand, Los Angeles Lakers, and Cruise Security. Defendants LA Live and Crypto.com Arena hosted and promoted the Jordan Brand specialty Koenigsegg Regera vehicle celebrating Luka Doncic. Defendants Jordan Brand and Los Angeles Lakers sponsored, prepared, and displayed the Regera celebrating Luka's trade from the Dallas Mavericks to the Los Angeles Lakers in anticipation of the game on February 25th, 2025 between the Lakers and the Mavericks. Defendant Cruise Security were retained to provide crowd control for the filming of defendant Jordan Brand's commercial prior to the game and the display and promotion of the specialty Koenigsegg Regera celebrating Doncic's game with the Lakers. Thank you.
All right. That's all we have prepared. If there was anyone here to ask questions, we'd be happy to respond. Seeing that there's not, I'd like to thank everyone for being here. This is a very serious matter for my clients that we take very seriously. We would like to do our best for our clients, to hold responsible those who did this vicious attack on them, and to look into this to find out where the training went wrong or where it fell apart, where such a vicious attack could take place in a public place on people doing exactly what they were invited to do, to take photos and videos, and to make sure this never happens to anyone else.